Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys your Earth sign Divine Masculine reading. So this is going to be for those of you Divine Feminines that have a masculine that is under the sign of Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. Obviously, just take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. The decks we'll be using here today are all created by myself and will be listed down below. Today's Organite is the Earth Element Divine Masculine Nude, created by Michelle from Wing and Bell. And if you guys would like your own personalized version of this reading, be sure to check the link down below. So let's go ahead and get started and see what we need to know today about your Divine Masculine, as well as the soul contract between the two of you. So I will be going into a little bit of your energy today as well, Divine Feminine. All right, let's get started. So we're going to go ahead and take a look and see, where is the Divine Masculine currently right now on his twin flame journey. So we're going to tap into the twin flame angel numbers, the Arrows of Love Oracle, and the Arrows of Love Tarot. Where is this Divine Masculine who is an earth sign, just on his ascension journey in general? What is this energy of this masculine on his ascension journey? What's coming up right now? Okay, so we have these zeros coming through. So what this is telling me, it's first of all coming through with the third eye chakra, okay? But it says examine, it looks blue actually, but it's purple. It's really purple, you guys. Examine situations with your third eye. Do not rely on human eyes to be your true guide. So right now it could be that this masculine is getting a lot of impressions or just a lot of information from his higher self, from spirit, going right into that third eye energy. So let's see what else. And we have the 101 energy here. This is the earth chakra. So it's brown in this deck. And so this means that there's definitely some root things here. There's some things that are really rooted down. So it says caring for your overall health is a necessary tool on your journey. Love yourself a little more today. So this masculine could be working on himself, maybe his physical body, just his health overall. Okay. And let's get that third one. Ooh, we have 1111. So there's some sort of an activation. The masculine could be seeing synchronicities on his journey. There could be something that he's experiencing over and over and over again. It says awakenings and activations are at hand. Be on the lookout for signs guiding the way. So it's kind of like, am I seeing what I'm seeing? Why do I keep seeing this over and over again? So my physical eyes are seeing something. What does it mean? I feel like he's going within, okay? So let's go ahead and clarify with some Oracle and Tarot what this third eye energy is all about. What is this third eye energy? What does it represent for the masculine spiritual ascension and growth at this time? Okay, so we have the energy of hitched. Now, it could be that someone is hitched. They're in a relationship right now, or it could be someone else is in a relationship, or there just could be some sort of commitment that they're thinking about. Maybe they're thinking about, what they're attached to or what they're committed to. So let's see what this is about. Okay, I feel like there is a masculine that might feel a little sorry for himself. Maybe he's disappointed, actually. Maybe he's disappointed because if he wanted to be with someone, he wanted to be married, it could be that he is feeling just sorrow over the fact that he is not in that position. It could be that he also lost a good thing with someone. So that could be, of course, you, Divine Feminine. But I feel like there is some sort of sadness over the past where things did not work out, right? And so if we kind of look at our lives and we see that our lives aren't the way that we thought it was going to be, then it might be that we start to, become very depressed and feel sorry for ourselves. So I feel like what Spirit's trying to do here with the masculine is trying to push him deep within himself to kind of figure out why. So if this masculine has commitment issues, or this masculine has issues from a past connection or something like that, they're really trying to help him to clear that energy up, really try to take better care of himself, kind of get himself prepared for something maybe better, right? So there's that energy. So this leads me to the 101 card. Caring for your overall health is a necessary tool on your journey. Now, overall, so let's just say this masculine is just working on the physical, because this brown energy here is like more of a physical body energy. He needs to go deeper than that. He needs to do some more work on himself, perhaps in the area of his heart space, because the 5 of Cups is our emotions and past disappointments. Have we learned from those past disappointments? Are we feeling sorry for ourselves? Are we kind of feeling like a victim, right? So once this masculine starts taking better care of himself in all areas, it may be that he starts to see things differently. It might be that this is where he starts to take personal inventory and he takes a look at his flaws and his issues. And if he really wants this in his life, or he wants a successful relationship because he's had many bad relationships in the past, then he will do the work by loving himself and getting himself prepared for either union with this feminine or just being overall just happier is what I'm seeing. So let's go ahead and get the Oracle card with this. I like that. We have love potential. So there's something that's growing for him. And I really like this. So yes, physical body and stuff might be working in that area. But I feel like there's some sort of growth that's happening on a heart level because of that heart. Okay. There's potential for this masculine after all. He's not a complete loss. Okay. So let's see what else. And we have the 9 of Keys. So that's the key is to the self. So I feel like this masculine right now, if you guys are in a separation feminine with him, I feel like the time and dedication that he is giving to his health, and this is in all areas, is actually what is needed for him to grow. So he is growing on his own. 9 of Keys, 9 of Pentacles means somebody who's just kind of spending some time by themselves. They might be single. They might be purposely choosing to be single right now. Maybe they have issues with commitment. Maybe they just feel like it's not for them or it hasn't worked out. So they're just going to kind of give up on it. Well, I feel like Spirit's working with them and won't really let him give up on it because there is potential for change and growth here. So I really like that. So now we have this 1111 popping up. So there's definitely some sort of an upgrade energy available here. We have winter. So the winter, of course, can be a season, but it's also about things that are dormant, things that are frozen, things that, where we've been kind of hibernating for a while. And we've been really comfy in our cave all by ourselves. And so it might be that as the seasons change, so will this masculine. So he could come out of this phase. I feel like Spirit is almost beckoning him out of that cave. Yeah, 2 of Flames, 2 of Wands, to make different choices. So the thing is, I feel like this masculine has probably made some choices in the past that didn't work out because of that 5 of Cups energy that I saw. A lot of disappointment in life, but mostly in relationships. But I feel like there's an opportunity for him to kind of come back to life, right? From that hibernating bear. And once the seasons change, kind of get back up, get activated once again, open our eyes, see what's out there, make some different choices, see what happens next. So if this masculine has been hiding, if this masculine has been really withdrawn from you, feminine, if that's your story, I feel like Spirit is working on basically just the behalf of you, this connection, everything, to really push this masculine into growing. And there is potential still for him to grow. And that's why this is coming through his ascension journey right now. Love that. All right, you guys. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into the divine masculine's energy towards this feminine. All right, so we're going to go into a couple of different decks for this. We're actually going to use one of my newest decks that I'm so proud of. It is called the Divine Masculine Tarot and Ascension Journey. So it is available right now in my Etsy shop. All right, and we're going to connect this with the Divine Masculine Revelations, and I think that we're going to use this Earth and Sky Oracle along with it as well. Okay. Where is this masculine right now in his headspace towards this feminine? What is the energy here? What does the energy look like in the headspace when the masculine thinks about this feminine right now? What does this look like? We have the Two of Pentacles. So this masculine right now is feeling up in the air about the connection, about her. Maybe things are just a little unsettled at this time. He's not willing to make a decision, a hard decision right now. So it might just be that he's kind of keeping things open and just up in the air. So let's go ahead and get another card. We have Mercury's energy. He's in his headspace, okay? Definitely thinking more in logical terms. So it does say planet of communication. So when it comes to communicating with the feminine, if you're not being communicated right now to feminine, this might be because this masculine is taking more of a logical and rational approach, because this does say self-expression, but I'm expressing myself in more of a logical, rational way. So if you are communicating with him, it might be that you feel like it's kind of, surface, kind of and empty, feels like there's not a lot of emotions. And I just feel that's because right now he's trying to be headstrong and maybe feels like it's best if he just continues to do his own thing for a bit. All right, let's get a Divine Masculine Revelations message. We have irreplaceable. I keep comparing others to you. So feminine, what you need to know at the end of the day, there is no really replacing you. And I'm not necessarily seeing that he is looking to replace you. I just think that he needs to come to his own conclusion and kind of narrow everything down that you're the one for him. And so I feel like he is on that journey currently. So let's take a look and see what is the energy of his heart space. Energy of this heart space. I want to understand this mystery High Priestess. So he is withdrawn from the feminine right now with the High Priestess. He's not really coming forth with his feelings. His feelings right now are a mystery to him. Okay, it might be that she is mysterious. She is a mystery to him as well. So feminines, you might not even be contacting this masculine. You guys might be in total silence here. So he kind of doesn't know where he's at with you either. So he thinks about the mystery and, just like what it all means. Ooh, Saturn. Okay. So there's some heaviness here. There's some heaviness, and there's probably some things that have happened between the two of you guys. So maybe that 5 of Cups was about you, feminine. Just take it if it resonates. But it says planet of karma, burdens and restrictions, cosmic teacher of lessons, structure, and hard work. In his heart space, he feels perhaps that this connection may just puzzle him because he feels like, why is it so hard? Why is it so difficult? Why is it so challenging? Maybe you guys have some karma that you guys got to, kind of duke out. Maybe not even with each other, but on your own. And so it makes it really difficult. And sometimes when you have a lot of karma tied up with someone or a lot of lessons, and if you don't want to take the time to learn them or take responsibility or accountability, it can be quite a burden for sure. So this might be that you both are just trying to figure out who you are and iron out your own stuff while you're in a separation, if that story resonates. And that might be one of the reasons why things are just kind of, a toss-up right now. All right, let's get that heart space energy here. Apologies, even though I don't show it. I am sorry how things went between us. So this masculine, even though he is withdrawn and maybe not really communicating with the feminine or really in his heart space, more in that logical head space, he does actually feel sorry for how things went between the two of them. He doesn't really like this. I feel like it is a burden on him as well. If it is a burden on you, Divine Feminine, that there is definitely that feeling of, I am sorry for all this crap that has occurred. I'm sorry for my part, and I'm just sorry about the whole thing. So I'm getting that. So why don't we take a look at that physical world energy and see where the masculine is at in the 3D world with this feminine. Okay, we have seen the light at the end of the tunnel, the sun. This is connected to Leo's energy. This sun is all about illumination. It's also about growth, positive thinking, being motivated to keep moving forward. So I feel like in the masculine's physical environment right now, he is seeing his way. He is finding his way. That's why we had this card that came up first, which was on his ascension journey. There is still potential here for this masculine to grow. And, we need that plant needs the sun to grow, also needs water as well. So I feel like in the physical, the feminine needs to know that this masculine is finding his way. He is kind of stepping into his power, even if it might not seem that way. And it could be her guiding light that actually helps him to keep going, right? Keeps him motivated to want to be the best version of him. We have sheep. It says polite and mild-mannered, good taste and etiquette, delicate but stable, or can be pessimistic and short-sighted. Okay, so obviously the sun is more optimistic, and then the sheep would be somebody who might be more pessimistic. So I feel like he kind of teeter-totters back and forth between believing that they can make it work, but then also kind of looking at this and thinking, I don't know, there's a lot of crap here. So he's kind of, that's why I feel like he's in that toss-up energy with the feminine. And it might be that he doesn't want to completely cut her off. So if you guys are reaching out to him and he is, responding, it might just be, just like trying to be mild-mannered and polite, doesn't necessarily want to fight by totally ignoring you, but also doesn't want to invite the connection in right now because he's kind of confused and doesn't really know where this could go. So I don't know if that's going to resonate with someone out there, but there it is. We have delicate. So there is something about the connection that if we were to come together in the physical world or spend time together, I don't want to go back to this. So it doesn't mean that he wouldn't want to be with the feminine in this way. It just means that maybe he feels like it's best that they don't. So there could be a variety of reasons why he's holding back from her. We have understanding. You're the only person who truly gets me. And at the end of the day, it's almost like what I'm getting here, feminine, is that your masculine is saying to you, I know that you know what I'm doing. I know that you actually understand and you get me. So even if we're not speaking, it's like you already know that this is what I'm doing because you're so connected to me. So that's the 3D energy here. So if he has withdrawn and he's just kind of, hit and miss with communication, or he's just not really super emotional, this is the reason why. It's kind of like, just please understand that this is where I'm at right now, and I just need maybe some space or some time. Okay. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and see what is his overall soul energy towards this feminine, his higher self connection to her, his soul energy. What does he just know about this connection? 6 of Wands, I'm trying to do better. So this is awesome because this tells me here that this masculine knows that this feminine is designed for him to want to try harder, to want to do better, to want to be the best version of him. So she motivates him just by being herself. And this masculine knows this and connects with this energy with her. We also have orbit, and I keep coming back around. It says round and round, chosen path, gravitational pull revolves around. So this is the thing. This connection is, it's infinite. The connection keeps coming back around. The connection, it's a path for both of you that you chose to kind of orbit around each other until you are actually in that union. So that's what I'm seeing here. Hey, sorry, my cat is howling again. All right. We have judgments. I care too much about what other people think right now. So it could be that the masculine actually cares what you, the feminine, thinks. And that could be something where you guys keep going round and round in the same circles. 6 of Wands can be a little bit of that ego energy, and pride. So maybe somebody has too much ego and pride. We did just get the sun energy here, to basically, admit that they don't feel as good as they want you to believe, or that they're not doing as well as they want you to see. So they could be, you guys just kind of keep going in the same circles over and over again. And I just feel like on a soul level, the judgment in tarot is about, let's put the past to rest. Let's learn from the past. Let's learn from what didn't work, and let's resurrect in a new way. So I feel like on a soul level, you guys have an opportunity every single time the connection comes back around for you guys to do it better the next time. So I don't feel like this masculine is giving up on this connection. And obviously I don't think you are either, feminine. It's just kind of like when the time to come back around is next, hopefully things will be better. So if this masculine has asked for space from you, I feel like, definitely give it and allow him to really kind of try to do better, or maybe even to approach you this time, which might be better for the connection overall. Okay, so that's what we have. So now we're going to go ahead and go into the contract energies, okay? So I also have another brand new deck. It is called the Cosmic Contracts, the Ties That Bind, available in my shop. So let's take a look and see what are the main energies of your soul contract at this time. Doesn't mean these are the only ones. It's just at this time. My cats are very active right now, so I apologize for that noise. All right. We have prosecutor. I feel like this came up in one of the readings I did yesterday. I can't remember which one it was, though. So there could be a connection here. But I will make you accountable. Wow. So there is definitely this judgment energy, right? I will make you accountable for your actions. So that could be that burden, that Saturn connection. It's like somebody, if they're not ready to be accountable, they might avoid, is what I'm seeing here. They might avoid. Kind of like, I care too much about what you think, so I'm going to just avoid you like the plague. I'm getting that. We also have obsessed. Wow, I will be the object of your desire. So this connection can bring up feelings of obsession. It could be, it can bring up feelings where we feel like we have to keep tabs on this person. We have to watch their every move, because obviously you can see she's like peering through. She's watching someone. And that can, of course, bring forth a lot of shadows, a lot of just energy. Just it could just bring a lot of burdens onto the situation. All right, let's see what else. And we also have nurturing. I will provide a sense of safety. So I want to nurture. I want to help you. So I am getting this story here, okay, with this plant energy. Where is it? Right here. It's a beautiful plant. There's so much potential here, for sure. There's potential here with this connection, right? But the thing is, it's kind of like we have to learn, though, to let the child grow. Let the child fall, let the child learn in their own way. And so there could be this energy. I don't know why it seems like it's crooked. There could be this energy here in this connection where, somebody does want to really, take care of someone. But at the same time, it's like the energy might just be too strong or too domineering, overbearing, obsessed, and the other person might just be like, this is too much for me. I can't deal with it. But I also feel like there's still a lot of growth that someone needs to have in order to be able to participate in this contract to begin with. So a lot of growing. So let's now go into my Divine Love Inspiration Counterpart Messages deck. Shining star, your spirit is always showing me the way. Beautiful. I mean, that's the thing. You guys are stars to each other. There's something about you that's guiding the way. I already picked that up, that the feminine's light might actually be leading the masculine. So the better that you do feminine, the better that this masculine's going to do. So if you're wasting a lot of time in this energy, just to kind of like make sure you're not going to miss anything or make sure you're on top of everything, what I'm getting here is you're not really shining as bright as you possibly could. The best thing that you can do is to nurture yourself and kind of pull back and just trust and have faith that the masculine will find his way without your constant, like needing to see or track his every movement. So I just feel like that might be a message or even a lesson for the feminine as well as this masculine while he is learning. And now some of you guys might not even, you guys might not even be focused on this masculine. You might just be focused on yourself. This could be the masculine. Basically, you're the object of his desire. He's obsessed with you. It can go either way. Waves. Yeah, there's something about the orbiting energy, waves. This connection comes in waves. I feel like this came up in one of the other readings yesterday too. I just can't remember. But it's like, it doesn't always feel as intense. Other times it feels really intense. Other times it's like, you know what, I'm cool. But it's like when that energy, when that wave hits you, we feel like we can't help ourselves. So that would be a shadow. That would be something that needs to be healed or like really looked at. Why do we feel like we need to do this? Why do we feel like this person is someone that we need to keep track of or that we need to keep tabs on? So Spirit is basically saying here that there's something that we need to trust. Okay. So it says, go with the flow and trust in our divine plan. If you're constantly keeping tabs, you're actually not trusting at all in what the divine basically has in store. So you're interfering with that energy. So I feel like someone could be interfering with the flow here. And we have gathering. We will flock together once again. So I don't feel like it's over between masculine and feminine at all. And there could be other people basically around, both people, both parties, that will influence them in order to grow and to heal. So some of these disappointments that the masculine has encountered could be a part of his karma, could be a part of his growth. So again, we don't really need to, watch or just make sure that we don't miss anything. Some of this needs to just be left up to just have faith that everything is going to move forward in the exact way that it should, and that this nurturing energy really should be on ourselves. So that's what we have. All right, so that's that contract and some of the things that pop through because of that contract. So why don't we now look at a lot of these things from the masculine's perspective? How is he triggered by the feminine? What shadows come up for him? What healing is available? What feelings come through? All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go into this deck here, my Spirits of Darkness and Light Divination deck. Let's see what's triggered within this masculine, dealing with the feminine. Okay, so we have mirror spirit. You guys are mirrors to each other. So feminine, this is basically saying here that you just your image, just your presence triggers this masculine because you guys are so similar, okay? It does say reflecting vanity and deflection. So to me, I feel like there's actually, it could be a little bit of a battle of the egos, battle of the wills between the two of you. You guys might both be stubborn as hell, or you guys might both just really think very highly of yourselves. And usually when we're in that state, there's going to be humbling experiences in our lives that are going to cause us to feel like, wow, I really just need to take a little bit of a humble stance at this point. So I don't know if there are certain things that really bother you about this masculine, but what I'm getting here is that there's something that you're seeing within yourself too. So that might be why this is such a heavy energy with the Saturn. It's like a burden for both of you because there's a hard lesson at hand. That's just what I'm getting here. Okay, so what else do we need to know? What else is this energy? Let's go into my Dark Night of the Soul Tarot. Yep. Look at that. Lovers. Gemini's energy. Carnal thirst. There is like this need to feed. You know what I mean? Like when you guys come together, it might just be that this is something where this masculine just wants to make it last all night long and just can't get enough. So there's this like need and obsession here between the two of you guys. Okay, we also have the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is Aries energy, scorned, siren of rage. So what I'm seeing here is that I mean, even though this is about the masculine feminine, but I feel like whatever choices, because the Lovers is also about choices, whatever choices this masculine makes, it literally fires you up. Like you might feel so much rage, like you've never felt this kind of rage before. And you might even feel scorned by this masculine because when you guys come together, it's so intense. But how could he even think about another person, or how could he even let you go if that's the story? It might burn you up. But this is really how this is triggering the masculine, okay? So your energy, your very intense Aries energy, and I'm not saying you're an Aries, but there could be that very dominant personality that you have. You're very empowered. This could be something that really either intimidates this masculine or it's like it draws him in, but it also like he wants to spit it out. He wants to swallow it, but he wants to spit it out at the same time. So to me, this is this toss-up energy where he's not quite sure why this isn't 100% working for him. There's something about it that he loves, but there's also something about it that he equally, I don't want to say hates, but just isn't sure. And the reason why is because you are a true reflection of him. Saturn all the way, man. It's heavy. So you guys got some heavy duty clearing going on here for sure. Now, Aries is connected to Mars. There could be a Mars connection here too, where it's aggressive. It's very passionate, but it's also very aggressive. And so if you don't channel this energy properly, you can battle. You can fight a lot. So there's that. Oh my gosh. Now we have the Siren of Torment, which is the Queen of Swords. I love you. I hate you. I love you. I hate you. I'm not really getting the hate though. I know that's too harsh of a word, but it's like femme fatale. You mess with me, I'm gonna screw up your life. So this is, I feel, what's triggered in the feminine, but this is what the masculine is like. The way she comes at him, or the way that she is maybe like too quick or too smart for him, he might just want to deflect her. That might be why he wants to not deal with her and run away, because there's a lot of things about her where she's too quick and too smart for him, and he might want to run for the hills because he knows he can't get away with his shit. So you hold him accountable, feminine, which is why this card came up. You're the prosecutor. You are going to make this masculine either accountable or pay, and he knows it. And it might be one of the reasons that he deflects you in this life, because you are a constant reminder of the things that he can't deal with right now. So that's very interesting to me. So Queen of Wands is Aries, Queen of Swords is Libra, and Libra is the law, judge energy. There we go. All right, so now let's take a look and see what else is coming through. What other energies are coming through for this masculine? Let's go into my Erotic Activations deck, also another new deck. Let's see what else is triggered within this masculine towards this feminine. Because it's very passionate, very fiery. It's coming up. Ooh, I'm captivated by you on every level. So this masculine is very captivated by this feminine's domineering, energy. But it's also like, I don't want to be captured. I don't want to be sucked in. I don't want to be a prisoner. So there's that. We also have Drenched. Your energy consumes me. Oh my God. So what I'm seeing here is that your energy is very intense for this masculine, and as much as he admires it and as much as he wants to revel in it, he also doesn't want to be consumed, and so he runs for the hills. Ooh, we have Save Yourself from Me. Purity. Okay. So it's funny because this masculine might be kind of old-fashioned, or he might just want you all for himself. Like he might be very also domineering. And I did get this battle of the wills. It's like your queen energy is just as strong as his king energy. But save yourself from me. It's like, I want you to submit to me. I don't want you to come at me with this Queen of Swords or this Queen energy. I want you to be submissive. I want you to, I don't know. I just want you to save yourself for me. I want to be the only one for you. And you might be saying, feminine, well, that's what I want. And that's what I have communicated. And I'm not really being received in this way. But there's something about this masculine who wants you pure. I don't know what that means to someone out there, but that's something that he's got in his energy field. You trigger this in him for sure. All right, let's get into my Divine Masculine Haunted cards and see what words want to come through for the haunting energy. Don't cry. I'll still be thinking of you in the times we had. So this is Guns N' Roses. So this masculine might know that he has made you cry, feminine, for sure. And he does think about all the times that you guys had. So it says had as in past. So to me, this is in his energy field. If he screwed things up or if something went awry between the two of you, he does think about you and the times that you guys did have. And it might be that he's trying not to cry, so he stifles it, so he shoves it down so he doesn't have to feel it. But that is the song that wants to come through. Don't Cry by Guns N' Roses. Wow. Okay, now we're going to shift into the feminine. Okay, this is where we're going to kind of look at what gets triggered within you, Divine Feminine. What gets triggered within you? Let's see. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What's interesting, you guys, and I wasn't trying to make like an unfair judgment, but I do have to go with my feelings and my gut when I do my readings, okay? I felt like this might have been the feminine. Now, it doesn't mean that the masculine doesn't have this for you too, but I kind of felt like this was more of the feminine. And obviously I do, I look at the cards and I just, get things off of that as well. But incubus, succubus, sex, sensual obsession. Sorry, I can't say certain things. But this right here, you literally feel like you have no control. You literally feel like you can't control yourself. So I don't know what that means to feminines out there, but this is what triggers. This is how the masculine triggers you. He triggers you in a way where you feel like you're just obsessed. And it doesn't mean that this connection's all in your head. It just means like it creates this, I feel like it's a hysteria within you. And I'm getting this with this energy here. Like you might say or do things that you would never do with any other person on this planet. But this masculine, oh my Lord, he does something or triggers this response in you. And you might hate yourself afterwards because you said something or made a move and it was just like, oh, right? And then, but you might be done with him too. Like I'm done for life. And then there you are right back watching him, wanting him, etc. So it's a vicious cycle. And that's why I feel like that Saturn vibe is you guys got some karma to clear, not only within yourselves, but also within each other, right? So this could just be something that keeps coming back around like that orbit until you guys clear it. It's like you're not going to feel this rest. You're not going to feel this peace. So what is an incubus and a succubus? It's a male and female demon. Yeah. So you guys might literally bring out your demons in each other. Okay? You bring out the worst in each other. You bring out the best in each other, but you also bring out the worst in each other. So there's a lot of shadow work that is triggered here in this connection. Very interesting. So let's see what else we have for you feminines. Okay, so we have the Three of Decay, which is the Three of Pentacles submerged. I feel like there's so much that you want to do, feminine. You want to come together. You want to collaborate with this masculine. You want to make it work, but we have this submerged energy. There's just something that is still not being dealt with, or there's something that's just still not working. And we have to dig deep within ourselves before this can actually work. So I just have this feeling, feminine, that there's something deep down within you and there's some things that you need to work on and clear. And it's not saying like you need to do this so this relationship can be successful. Masculine has a lot of stuff to do too. But if we think that our shit don't stink and that we don't have anything that we have to do and it's all up to the masculine, I'm getting here, you're wrong. Because there's something deep, deep down within you that needs to be cleared and healed. Okay, because this is all about demons, and until you clear those demons, until you do that shadow work, it might be that you guys keep having these issues over and over again. Yeah, look at that Ace of Rage. It's, to me, you have to purify. Your rage, actually, and all the things that are being triggered within you are helping you to clear. But you have to balance out the fire with the logic. So fire is, I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to say what I want to say. I'm just going to do what I want in the moment. I'm going to be very impulsive. And that swords energy is very much about thinking before you speak, thinking before you act. And I just feel like that might be the balance that we need here in this energy field. Because if we don't, it's just going to constantly like burn us up like an inferno. Yeah, and we have the Two of Swords deadlocked. So I just feel like if we don't kind of purify ourselves and we don't do the shadow work, we're just going to continue to stay stuck. If we continue to also stay blind and not look at ourselves, then we're also going to continue to stay stuck. And this just is going to keep, kind of be a revolving door over and over and over again. So this masculine really helps this feminine to take off the blinders and really look at the situation, look at herself, look at everything that's happened, and try to figure out the best way that, she can clear up her own stuff, because it is very important here in this situation. So let's now go into the erotic activations here and see what else. You were made for me. Yeah, feminine. I mean, you feel it deep down to your bones. Like this masculine is your match. He is made for you. And that he's your person. He's your masculine. And we have provider. I want to be your everything. Interesting. So there could be this feeling where maybe you want to provide for the masculine. You want to take care of him. You want to do things for him. It might be that you want him to provide for you as well. You want to be his everything. So there's that feeling there of being taken care of or taken care of. And we also have romance. Oh, I want to move your heart once again. So this is about wanting to go back to the romantic stage, really wanting to like maybe learn to come back together and properly like date or properly get to know one another all over again. That's really beautiful. So this is in your energy field, feminine. You want to maybe go back to the way it was. And I almost said that with this Ace of Wands. It's like we want to go back to the beginning when things were really, really fiery, things were really romantic, because all this other stuff has really, really put a damper on your connection and you just want to go back to it. But Spirit is basically saying that the past is the past. We can't really change it, but what we can change though is ourselves moving forward. And perhaps when we do that, it might clear up a better path. So let's go ahead and get your song here with my Divine Feminine Ghosted deck when it comes to this masculine. Wow, guys, I can't make this up. We have 3 cards that say obsession, wanting and haunting until we die. So what I want to say, feminine, again, this is an opportunity for you to examine why you might feel so intense or why you might feel so obsessed. It doesn't mean that I just feel like there's something that you've got to take a look at. Where is this energy coming from? Why are we in our head so much? Why are we letting things, get out of control? It's like this fire that's getting out of control all the time. We need more discipline. I feel like if there's something that you guys are doing obsessively over and over and over again, and you're kind of like not really getting anywhere, you're just spinning your wheels, it's making matters worse, nothing's really changing. I feel like it's going to be up to you, feminine, to change something drastically that you're doing, so that way you can experience a change in the energy field. So I don't know what that is for you, but I'm sure that there's someone out there that knows exactly what I'm talking about. So I just feel like you got to take it as it resonates for you. And again, we're not trying to say, oh, you have to do so much work and the masculine just sits back and does nothing. You have to change everything, feminine. I know that's going to trigger some people out there. But you guys can clearly see I pull all of my cards on camera. This is the way that it's coming through. And, this wanting, needing, being haunted constantly on a everyday basis. If that's your story, you do have the power to change this, feminine. You can shift back into your Queen of Wands mode. And it's interesting because I just posted before I went into this reading, the Queen of Wands Divine Feminine Empowerment and Healing reading. You might want to take a look at that and just kind of shift some of that vibration. I think that would be really helpful. All right, so now let's take a look and see what is the journey unfolding as the two of you move forward, okay? What is being presented? So we're going to go into the Divine Feminine Healing deck for this and see what is presented moving forward. What options are available? What energy shifts are available? We have shining star. We have sensuality, and this is amazing, and I'll tell you why. Because the Queen of Wands, there's actually a part in the reading where I talk about what sensual activities, right, can we engage in. So I definitely feel like you guys have to go and watch that if you want to. It says sensuality. I do not deprive myself of enjoyment in this life. At this point, it's kind of like, are we even enjoying ourselves? It could be perhaps that if someone is watching someone and they see that they're happy, but then they don't feel happy, then that causes misery. So if you're not living your life and you're depriving yourself of joy and happiness, Spirit is saying it's time for you to step back into your power and start to carve out the life that you want for yourself. Okay. We have promise. I love this. I will not settle for crumbs. I deserve a great love in this lifetime. So this is about declaring it. I made a promise to myself that I'm not going to settle. And if this masculine right now is not ready for me, that's okay. But I'm going to carve my own happiness. I'm going to move forward with my destiny. I'm going to do the things that I love to do. I think that's amazing. And also too, because there's this revolving door where it's like coming back over and over and over again, but maybe there's not a lot of change here. So a lot of back and forth. If you keep, it's almost like someone needs to be firm. Somebody needs to mean what they say, because if we just keep breaking our promises or allowing someone to break promises with us, but yet we keep just kind of enabling bad behavior, then that is going to create a lot of resentment and anger and problems for us. So we have to make a decision and we have to stick with it. So there needs to be discipline here on somebody's part. So that way we no longer are feeling miserable because things aren't changing or people aren't changing. When we change ourselves, then that's creating some change. You see? We have fate. This is a really beautiful card. So this to me is my twin flame card in this deck. Fate. I will never forget you, my love, but I must continue on with my life. If we are meant to be, the universe will find a way. I love that so much because it's a very freeing feeling. And sometimes people, especially if someone is obsessed here, that's not going to be easy for them to hear. Now, does this mean it will never happen between the two of you? Absolutely not. What it means is that the universe is going to find a way. I don't have to be in control. I don't have to spend all of my time, keeping tabs or obsessing over something. Then we just trust. And this right here gives you an opportunity to enjoy your life. That's what it does. So I feel like if any of you feminines out there are struggling right now, that is really the key. That is the way forward, is to try to let go, pull back from whatever behavior could be holding you back. And really, really try to be more disciplined and don't go back to a situation that maybe is still kind of the same or not really ready. And it's just still perhaps this masculine not wanting to either participate right now or isn't able to, give you the things that you need. So rather than settling for the crumbs, it's like, you know what? No, I deserve something great, and I'm not going to deprive myself anymore. And if we're meant to be, then you know what? He will level up and he will find a way to reach me when he does. And if I'm around, great. And if I'm not, then I guess that's just fate. So there is this major shifting the vibration. And again, the Queen of Wands reading that I just did for Divine Feminines, it came up at the very beginning of the reading that there was a big disappointment in a connection, obviously, with the masculine, and that it was a wound that the feminine was going to need to try to transmute. If she can't change it, she can at least alchemize it or transmute it in a certain way, so that way she can use that energy to empower herself rather than to disempower herself. If this is resonating for feminines that could be stuck in that energy. All right, so let's go ahead and go into my Treasure Trove Oracle. So this to me is like, this is what we have. These are options that we have as we move forward. So Treasure Trove Oracle, Professional Archetypes. What else do we have in front of us? What other energy could be unfolding here? We have the Architect, amazing. So it says, your visions are coming to life with the aid of the Architect. Time to put down the ideas you've stored in that think tank of yours and get to work. So it's about getting out of our heads and moving forward in the physical world, so that way we can start to live our lives and create actual changes. All right, this is the Treasure Trove Career and Finances Tarot. So let's see what's unfolding here for the both of you. We have the Five of Wands, so there still could just be a little bit of that struggle, the battle of the wills, battle of the egos between feminine and masculine, but that's okay, because what's available for the feminine, and the reason I'm saying it, I'm kind of putting it all in the feminine, is because I'm talking to you, feminine. You guys, you girls, whatever. I guess we can't say that anymore. You divine feminines are basically my audience. And so that's why I design these readings from the feminine's perspective. Okay. And I do say he or her, it's just the way that I channel, but I know you guys know that you just take everything as it resonates. Everything is energy. But if there is a drama or a challenge, or you guys are still battling here, this is what's available for you. You have the ability to make changes in your own lives. We have the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is a new approach. I just got to say it. And it might not resonate with everybody. If you're looking at that damn computer, if you're looking at somebody on social media, I'm getting here, you need to take, not literally, but do you see how he's about ready to take a sledgehammer to it and burn it down? Because it's creating a lot of havoc in his life and in his world. It's causing him to be frustrated. It's causing him to lose sleep. So instead of being in the state of Zen, he's constantly in this state of challenge and struggle. So if you're keeping tabs, watching somebody on social media, I'm getting here. It's time to end that cycle. It's time to pull the plug. It is time to be done with that situation. Now, if it's not social media and you're kind of like phone calls back and forth, or like in this vicious cycle, I feel like Spirit is basically saying we have an opportunity to just kind of pull away for our own healing, give someone some time and space, let them sleep on it, right? Maybe we don't have to react if we feel something. Let's think about it first. Wands is we want to react, we're impulsive. Swords is I'm going to think about it. I'm going to think about it before I act. So that might also help moving forward, this connection, because because it does say here, time to put down the ideas you've started in that think tank of yours. So a lot of the things that we're thinking, it's time to put them down, even though that's not really what this card is saying, but that's what I'm getting from this card. We need to put down our thoughts. And the only way that we can do that is to pull the plug on whatever source is creating anxiety in our lives. And we have Judgment. So what's interesting is that we did get the Judgment here already. The prosecutor, right? And the judge, Queen of Swords. Wake up call, second chance, results pending. So the results of this connection will basically be pending on if we change. Are we going to do things differently this time? Are we going to really wake up and smell the coffee and realize that to continue on this vicious cycle isn't going to create peace in this situation? The best thing that we can possibly do is to change ourselves and focus there instead of trying to change the other person. So if this resonated with you guys this week, because somebody said in the comments, and I don't think they meant it really in a negative way. They were just expressing themselves. They basically said, watching this reading made me feel really negative about my connection. And my answer to that, my reply was, then, you know what, you guys got to basically be discerning and use your own intuition when it comes to the messages that you're hearing. So if you heard this reading today and you're just like, this is not my connection, what that means is that I am not plugged into your energy this week. Maybe I will be next week, or maybe that's just the end of the road for us. Just open yourselves up to the messages that resonate with you. And if it doesn't, because I can tell immediately within 5 minutes whether something is resonating with me. I don't try to make anything fit. So if you're finding that you have to make a reading fit, that is a clear indication that it's not for you. Okay. So I just feel like whoever needed to hear this, there could be someone in the collective that is struggling right now with their connection. And this might be helpful. And I hope that maybe the Divine Feminine reading that I just did will be also helpful too. So be sure that you guys take a look at that. But that's pretty much what I have for you guys moving forward. You guys have choices. You guys can make different decisions. There's things that you can do with the things that you're thinking in a more, I can't think of the word I want to use, just in a more, I can't think of it. Constructive way. That's what it was. A more constructive way. You can do something a bit different that's more constructive here. So that's what I have for you, Earth sign. Well, actually, Earth sign, Divine Masculines. That, you know, you have Earth sign, Divine Masculine here. So just leave it if it didn't resonate. And I do hope that it was helpful to someone out there. And don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment in the comment section. If you guys want personal readings or any of the decks that I have here today, everything will be listed in the links down below. All right, you guys take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.